Good morning, Bermuda. We woke up about 7 o'clock, I'd say. Uh, Jumped into the shower and went straight down to the lounge where they served some breakfast. It was very yummy. We had breakfast out on the balcony. I'll take you guys down there later today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we have a little bit of change of plans. I think we're gonna pick up our electric vehicle now, and then we're probably only going to do that today, and drive up to St. George's, look at the caves, and then probably go down to the see the lighthouse. That's at least the plan. I don't know if we will be able to do all that in one day, but we'll see. We'll head over to the current vehicle and to pick up the EV. Last night was actually a blast. We went to a little bar here in the hotel and met some locals and talked to them for pretty much all evening, and they gave us a lot of tips and tricks and give us a lot of information on not hotels, but restaurants here on the island, and some more information about the island and the islanders and everything. So that was super interesting. Well, we got new friends, so that's always good. And yeah, we'll get started here.
Welcome aboard the Jetway Journal. Buckle up, adventures just ahead.
Our day kicked off with one of the most convenient starts we have ever had on a trip. Current vehicles, located literally next to our hotel, had our all-electric yo-yo car waiting for us. It's a small, modern, and made specifically for island life. Think of it as a go-kart with a quiet hum and a smooth ride. In less than 5 minutes, we were behind the wheel and ready to explore. Compact and surprisingly zippy, this little vehicle is perfect for Bermuda's winding roads and tight corners. The reason we picked this specific vehicle, it has windows and AC, a must-have on the island that is fairly humid and warm in the summer months. With our route mapped and the AC on, we hit the road. Destination, the island's east end, but not without a few scenic detours along the way. Once we pulled onto Northshore Road, the real journey began. The stretch of road runs along Bermuda's northern edge, and it's one of the most scenic drives on the island. To our left, rolling hills and traditional Bermudian homes with white stepped roofs designed to collect rainwater. To our right, glimpses of endless blue where the Atlantic stretches all the way to Europe. The road itself curves gently with the island's shape, offering new views with every bend. You'll pass stone walls, banana groves, hibiscus hedges, and tiny roadside chapels, each one more photogenic than the last. This isn't just a road, it is a postcard in motion. We rolled the windows down and let the warm air drift in, heavy with the scent of salt and flowers. Occasionally, you'll get stuck behind a scooter, but no one's in a rush here, and honestly, that's part of the magic. Driving in Bermuda is less about getting from point A to point B and more about appreciating what is in between. Driving on these roads makes you imagine locals casting fishing lines into shallow coves and kids laughing as they jump from low stone walls into the sea. Every moment here feels like a slice of real, everyday island life. Even if you do take a wrong turn, which we avoided thanks to Google Maps, it would feel more like an invitation than a mistake. Every detour truly opens up a new discovery. We stopped briefly to stretch and just look. A North Shore road doesn't need an itinerary, it is the destination. This turned out to be one of our favorite moments of the day. After stopping to stretch, we noticed the stunning views across the street and a small sign for the railway trail with a little path up the hill. We didn't have any plans or expectations, really just curiosity, and we went over to check it out. It was quiet here, almost a little bit too quiet at first and a little bit sketchy, especially when you see the interrupted and broken down part of the railway trail here that looks a little bit more like it is collapsed. But I believe it is part of the renovation actually, and they are trying to rebuild this section of the railway trail. This section hugs the gentle curves of Gibbons Bay, a peaceful inlet bordered by mangroves, limestone rock, and clear turquoise waters. It's hard to imagine now, but this very path once echoed with the sound of steel wheels and steam engines. Here's a little fun fact. The Bermuda Railway, nicknamed Old Rattle and Shake, operated from 1931 to 1948, running the full 22 miles length of the island. Built as a modern solution for island-wide travel, the railway really faced relentless challenges. Tight curves, salt air corrosion, and the high maintenance cost. After 17 years, it was dismantled, but the path it left behind became something arguably more lasting. Just look at these views, and this guy actually has the best views and the best seat of the house with this beach and the bay, and the views of the cruise ship terminal that is right across on the other side of the bay. Here you can see the cruise ship docked at the shipyard. So today, the railway trail is a living ribbon of history repurposed as a national treasure for walking, biking, and exploring. And in moments like this, it's easy to see why locals and travelers alike cherish it. No engines, no traffic, just the natural rhythm of the island. We did stop to take a picture, and what we captured went beyond the frame. It was really the feeling of being unplugged, grounded, and free. We walked along the railway train, the collapsed section here, down to Flatt's Inlet, and here at Gibbons Bay and Flatt Inlets, the water is so still. It mirrors the clouds. Tiny fish dart beneath the surface. And if you look closely to the right-hand side coming up, there's actually a heron standing motionless on the rock. I will zoom into this here in a minute. The trail really stretches far beyond this point, crossing bridges, and there's the heron, crossing bridges, tunnels, and cliffs all over Bermuda. But even walking a short stretch like this one opens a window into the island's slower, more soulful side. The railway may be gone, but its legacy rolls on in a different way, inviting us to wander, to pause, and to rediscover what it really means to travel with intention. And for us, this unexpected stop became the heart of the day. Sometimes the best parts of a journey are the ones you never planned. We got back into our car and continued our journey along Northshore Road. If you like this video so far, please consider giving this a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you are the first to know when we post a new destination video. As we continued on, we passed Shelley Bay, a quiet beach framed by calm waters and casuarini casuarina trees, which is a tree known for their ecological benefit and sustainability. They're used for erosion control mainly and windbreaks, especially in coastal region. The casuarini trees are also called the whispering tree due to the soft rustling sounds its needle-like foliage makes in the wind. Just a few minutes later, we passed Bermuda's only airport. It's surreal to think how close this paradise is to major cities like New York or Atlanta or Charlotte, and yet it feels a world away. Our next stop, the historic town of St. George, one of 1,248 UNESCO World Heritage Sites that wears its history proudly, from 17th century churches to old-fashioned storefronts and winding alleys. If you don't know about UNESCO and want to learn more, I will put the link in the description below. And as we arrive downtown St. George, you have to notice that every corner here tells a story. It is just charming little town, quaint, timeless, and full of character. Then just outside of town, we arrived at St. Regis Bermuda Resort. It's a luxurious contrast to the surrounding wild coastline, modern elegance, and historic setting. Right next door at the northeastern tip of St. George sits Fort St. Catherine, standing tall on the island's northeastern tip with its heavy stone walls and sweeping ocean views. It's the island's largest fort and a true icon of Bermuda. We parked our yo-yo and made sure to plug it into one of the free charging stations that are, by the way, all over the island, and they also offer free parking as well. And we made our way up the road. The fort dates back to 1614, and walking its corridors connects you to the island's past in a powerful way. Unfortunately, it was closed at the time we arrived there, so we were only able to look around and walk the outside of the fort. It did undergo numerous upgrades in the 19th century. Inside, comprehensive exhibits and artifacts showcase 17th century island life. It's unfortunate that we missed that and we could not view it on the inside. Again, this was Saturday when we toured the castle, so I'm not sure if it's just open on the weekdays. But kids will love crossing the drawbridge to explore the fort's many tunnels, ramparts, and towers. Standing here, it's impossible not to feel a sense of awe. The beauty of this island isn't just in the beaches, it's in the layers of time, the stillness, and the stories it tells. After exploring the limestone battlements of Fort St. Catherine, we hopped back into our little yo-yo EV to continue our journey deeper into St. George's. From one historic site to another, we didn't have to go very far, but the next spot was only minutes away. But what it lacked in distance, it made up for in atmosphere. We curved our way past Fort Victoria, which was once part of Bermuda's complex network of coastal defenses that was built by the British in the 1800s. Though we didn't stop, its overgrown stone ramparts were still peeking out from behind the trees like sentinels from another century, though. This part of the island feels tucked away, almost secret. The roads are narrow, winding, and often framed by low stone walls and wild greenery. It's the kind of drive where the scenery doesn't shout, it whispers. As we climbed Government Hill Road, something remarkable appeared just ahead, something both grand and incomplete, a structure frozen in time. And there it was, Bermuda's unfinished church. This was one of our favorite moments of the day. I've said that before. This was another one. From the outside, the unfinished church looks like a Gothic relic misplaced in the Caribbean, but this is no medieval ruin. It was never finished. Construction began in 1874 after a hurricane had badly damaged nearby St. Peter's Church, and the community wanted a more modern, hurricane-resistant replacement. So the plans were bold. This would be a grand neo-Gothic Anglican cathedral built with Bermuda limestone and inspired by the great churches of England. Arched ceilings, stained glass, a bell tower that could be seen for miles. But soon after the foundation was laid, the project ran into trouble. Funding dried up, disagreements emerged within the church community, and then another hurricane. By the end of the 19th century, the work was abandoned. The structure was left roofless, windowless, and silent. Today, what remains is stunning in its own way, though. You step inside and are immediately struck by how open it feels. The walls still stand tall, but where there should be stained glass, there's sky. Where there should be a vaulted ceiling, there are clouds. The floor plan is still visible. The central nave, the transept, the altar area, it's all there, ghosted in stone. And yet, the absent is what makes it powerful. Nature has taken up quiet residence. Moss carpets the crevices, birds perch in the open rafters, light spills in and changes the space every hour of the day. You can almost feel the ambition in these walls, the dreams of builders, the hope of a community, and yet the space feels peaceful, not tragic. Locals and visitors alike come here to take photos, meditate, or simply stand still. It's been the backdrop for weddings, art installations, and quiet moments of reflection. It said the church remains a symbol, a reminder that sometimes beauty doesn't come from what was completed, but from what was left behind. You can pause this video now and read the sign that about the unfinished church with all the details on it. In a place like Bermuda, filled with postcard-perfect views and polished landmarks, the unfinished church offers something different, something quieter. A story told not through finished lines, but through open space. Just hoping that this is for ice cream. We parked right there, all plugged in and ready to go. So the guy we met yesterday, Kevin, he sent us down here. He said his uncle, I think it was, or
his uncle
cousin
owns
or something like
the schnitzel
that,
place.
owns this, or friends of his, opened this brewing company down here. It's a Moongate Brewing Company. So this is one of those ones that the locals told us to do. And so
He suggested the amber.
we're gonna check that out. The amber ale there makes apparently a very good amber ale. It's just a cool place here. And it's a very, very safe town. We've heard from numerous people now that the crime rate is really low. Again, just like Linda mentioned earlier, there's not a lot of crime here, so it's very safe. Or dirt, or trash. I mean, even if in these alleys, there's a little bit, but really not a whole lot.
And it smells good.
And Alex, the girl actually that we met last night, so the wife, Kevin's wife, she mentioned, you guys are going to check out Crispy's. It's an amazing place. So I think we're going for Crispy's and a beer. I think that sounds good, right? That's a cool trailer. Check out this trailer. Oh, Crispy's is not open yet.
Oh, honey, it's
I know,
we can hang
but
out
it's a
in
cool
Moongate.
place. Moongate Brewing. Look at this. Check this out. What a view. That is amazing. And what a way to decorate your building. 1860. That's cool. Okay, this is St. George's Cycle Library. This is Water Street West, King Square. The ferry is this way. So, going down here. Look at that place. It's called Long Story Short.
Yeah.
I love it. The arcades and the Dragon Lair, Summer's Wharf. It's beautiful. Look at this. Check it out. Things we love. Summer's Wharf.
Yes, most stores don't open until noon on Saturday.
Note to self.
Oh, is this
The
open? Yeah.
places don't open until noon. We can go in.
It's cute.
Super cute architecture. It's just amazing. The houses. Oh yeah. Should we get a tattoo? Matching one?
There's tattoos.
Harrison's.
Yeah, this reminds me a lot of
Yeah.
the town of Carmel and Monterey.
Barber's Alley. Look at that wharf. Summer's
Yeah.
Wharf. That
Remember
is so
seeing
cool.
Doris Day run
Yeah.
off into the
Soap factory. This is so just for everybody to know. Again, this is St. George's where we are right now. So this is downtown St. George's, I guess. Super cute place. Dream smart casual clothing for women and men and women in children's uniforms. Gotta check that out. Yeah, machen Sport. Look at those. Okay, so now we have Wahoo's. That's the other thing Kevin mentioned. Here's the menu for that. And Wahoo's is on Front Street? I don't even know what the street is here. What's the street name here? It just says they don't have street names here, but we'll see. So right next to Lily Ann's, Wahoo, Bistro, and Patio. They have Wagyu beef burgers, smoked Wahoo pate. They have some good stuff. Water Street, St. George's. It says it right there. So, saltwater design. And here we are at the town hall in St. George's, Bermuda. There are restrooms down there. There's the ferry right there. Oh, look at that. The horses, white horse music. This is beautiful.
Very
Right down
vibrant. And the horse stores out there.
Oh.
Crown and Anchor.
Crown and
That's the
Anchor,
other place
yep.
they call those.
So,
drinks. Yep.
St. George's. So this is the town hall. Butterfield is
Local bank.
where the girl worked that we met yesterday. It's a local bank. They do a lot of local events and stuff. Three Kings restaurant. So this is a little town square, kind of. It's super cute. And then obviously town hall with those big cannons. We're gonna go see the restaurants real quick. So I have actually heard of this on YouTube on another channel, and this is where the not witches but the wives, I think, where they got dunked in the water, right? So if they didn't behave, if
the water would come up and they drown.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Their butts. Their butts were dunked in the water.
Right, because if they didn't do what they were supposed to, like they didn't, do the dishes or do the laundry or something like that, they got dunked. So this is what we're gonna go check out now. Right over here. So we gotta check out, make sure we look at the right side first and then the left side. This water still, it's so amazing. The color of the water is just something else. Okay, so here's what this is, this contraption. So Glenda, you need to sit over here. We're not gonna go in, don't worry. Just gonna take a picture. I can't. No, they locked it. They tied a knot on it, so I can't dunk you. Don't worry. But I mean, I could think of something worse to be dunked in. Look at the clarity of this water. That's just unbelievable. Okay, so I think I don't know what this is. Oh, I see. Okay, that's how that works. I'm not very familiar with torture instruments, so I'm glad you know what that is for. I see. Okay, gotcha. They dream a lot about it. And then we've got this guy here. Is this? Oh yeah. This is a. All right. This is pretty cool though. And then the views are just outstanding and fantastic. I hope you guys can still hear me because it's really, really windy. No, it's okay. And again, these are the punishing times they used to punish stocks and ducking stool and all that kind of stuff. So, and the boats are just unreal. I mean, it is just really cool. Yes, so I hope you can still hear me because it's really windy. So I'm having to hold this quite close, but look at these sailing boats. They are so beautiful.
Let's go get lunch.
All right, let's go get lunch, she said. Okay, so Sir George Somers, so this is why this is called St. George, is the father of Bermuda. It says he actually was the admiral of the seas, and he died in 1610. It says rescuer of Jamestown. So he's the one who went and discovered this beautiful place. Glenda is already saying we need to go to the restaurant because the buses are coming. So making my way downtown, walking fast. Cool place. This is very cool place. Thank you so much. After a delicious lunch at Wahoo's, we took our time walking off the seafood and heading toward one of the most iconic landmarks in Bermuda, St. Peter's Church. We'll save what's inside for next time because this is actually where today's adventure ends. But don't go far, we're just getting started. Next week, we'll step inside St. Peter's, explore the elegant Bermuda perfumery where we came across a scent salvaged from a 19th century shipwreck, and visit the historical Mitchell House Museum. We'll also stop for a refreshing pint at Moongate Brewery, swing by the Crystal Caves, though let's just say we cut it a little close, and catch a pink sand sunset at Warwick Long Bay. Finally, we climb Gibbs Hill Lighthouse, where the view across the entire island is absolutely breathtaking. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for tagging along. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss what's coming up next. Join us next week as we uncover even more of Bermuda's hidden gems, historic wonders, and unexpected surprises. You won't want to miss this. Until next time, gute Reise, safe travels.